Much snow here, not yet anyway. Just had to make our way through a drift. Poor Cora, it was knee deep. Shit. Hello again. We are out in the Lake District today. To be more precise, we're up the back of Ambleside, heading towards the kind of Red Screes area, to a place called Scandale Fell. It's one of my favourite wild camping spots. If I've mentioned it on here, I've decided to let you know if I haven't. Well, but it's a really nice spot. There's a tarn there and it's beautiful. There is an amber warning for this evening and tomorrow for heavy snowfall. So I'm all kitted out with my winter kit. My pack weighs a bloody ton. But I've got everything I need really for a few nights if we were to get snowbound, which hopefully we won't. Yeah, so here we are, and I'm going to crack on because we got here a little bit late because I was a lazy arse and didn't want to get out of bed really early, but still got plenty of time to get up there. It's not too far, and I've chosen this spot because it's relatively easy to sort of navigate, even if there was snow down, and not too many steep bits, so quite safe, especially given we've got all the 4-season kit. Why don't you come along with us and see how exciting it gets with the snow? Come on. What are you doing? Come on. She's having a great time here. We've been following the path, which is actually part of the Fairfield Round, or Horseshoe rather, Fairfield Horseshoe. But we now branch off, and if you take a look over that way, you can possibly see the people who've just gone over the bridge. If you go up there and kind of follow the path round, you'll end up somewhere up there in the clouds, and that takes you to the beginning of the Fairfield Horseshoe, which is absolutely beautiful. And I've got a video on there when I had a little bit of a run jog on it, and thoroughly enjoyed it. But we're not going that way. We are going straight on and heading up towards, well, towards Red Screes really, but not quite that far. Oh, you just missed there, being a bloody wally. And running across the ice here, which is quite deep water, and she just splashed right through. Bloody idiot. What are you doing? If you're wondering about what that is on her back of a harness, it's a tracker, which I've never had to use, but I do like the idea that I can trace her if for any reason she was to run off. It's certainly not something I'd expect, Her recoil's great. Her one trigger is ground nesting birds, and she's always on the lead when we're in those areas, so hopefully we'll never have to use it. But I just like the reassurance of having it. The downside with it, apart from the fact that you have to pay a fee, is it only works if you have a wireless connection. Now there are some out there that Garmin make, I think, which are really straightforward GPS connection. They're very expensive, and given the likelihood of it probably never being needed, I'm not getting one. Unless Garmin would like to send me one, thank you very much. It must be getting a bit colder now as we're gaining a bit of height, as there's more and more ice underfoot. As well as the ice though, it is actually quite wet underfoot, and I think tomorrow, if it freezes as expected and is then covered in snow, it's going to be really slippy, and it's going to be micro spikes all the way down with my poles, and I'm sure our Cora will just trot down, having a great time. One thing I have got though, and this is a lesson learned, is last year we were out in deep snow and she had the same little fleece jacket on, but parts of her coat are still out in the open. Particularly she's got sort of golden retriever style flares on the back of her legs because she's half retriever, and it absolutely snowballed, and I just couldn't melt it quick enough for her, so it got a bit uncomfortable for her, although I did keep on getting them off. So this time I brought some musher wax, which I normally use on the paws, but what I will do when we go out if it snows is I'm going to run it through her coat where it's exposed to stop any snow sticking, and I think it should work, hopefully. If not, you can go on my bloody shoulders, no carrier, I don't care. But anyway, better crack on, and enough of this chit chat. Oh, it's the likes of this when it's frozen tomorrow. It's going to be very slippy and possibly hidden by the snow, so you've got to be very aware of what's underneath the snow and what's underfoot. Well, we're not really going into Cornish territory, but overhanging edges is certainly something to still be aware of though, isn't it? And just take a bit of care. Hey. Nice. That is where Yeti gators absolutely come into their own. If you don't know what they are, they're a big house Gore-Tex gaiter that sort of encases the whole of your upper boot. It's not totally sort of waterproof, but you can submerge your boot briefly in water without any problem at all, like that. They're fantastic. They look really ugly on, so if you like to look quite pretty in your hiking gear, they're probably not for you, because they just look like a pair of big green wellies, and I've found they don't work terribly well with boots that are flexible. I've got a pair of Mindel Himalaya boots on, which are a B category boot in terms of the stiffness of the sole, and they generally stay on really well, but they do still occasionally ride up at the toe this way, so that's the only drawback with them. But for winter they're fantastic, they are really good. Right, bear with me while I cross this. It doesn't look much, but it's all a bit... There we are. The Mindel Himalaya boots, by the way, are really good boots. I'm not a boot person, I prefer trail runners, but in the winter, if you're going out, if you're going to need crampons or even your micro spikes on, I like to wear a good stiff winter boot, and these fit the part. They're calf leather, they've got a Gore-Tex membrane, and they're lined with memory foam as well, so they fit fantastic. And I really struggle to find comfortable boots, but I'm very happy with these. That was a steep little section. Just letting Cora have a little shake there. But I don't think we're very far away from where we're going to pitch our camp. Clouds rising. It's very slippy underfoot, not quite needing the micro spikes yet, but not far from it. Beautiful though. Come here. Yeah. So I've got my avalanche shovel there, and really useful because I've been able to clear the snow away here for the tent, and it just enables me to know it's reasonably flat and there's no rocks underneath. There's a little rock there which I'm going to use for getting the pegs in, and I've got some snow pegs with me. I've also got some delta pegs in the bag, and I've got my normal pegs as well, and I'll literally see what the ground's like as I'm doing it. It may not be deep enough for the snow pegs, but we'll see, because it's going to snow tonight, so you know, maybe I'll use them if they'll go in the ground. But for now I'm going to get my tent up. you ever wonder why it's a good idea to filter water, there's the tarn. The stream going off. I was about to filter water from it, and I'm not going to, even though I've got a filter, because right next to it is the remains of a dead, half-eaten sheep. So I won't be getting my water from there, thank you very much. I might actually have enough with me for the night, but I'll have a little look around, see if there's a stream bit further up. Look at him wanting to get on the camera every time. Alright, I'll swap hands. Yeah. Hello! Get off! No! I'm trying to talk! God blimey! Look at her! Look at her! Oh. Stop! Right. Hello and welcome to the refrigerator. The tent is up and we are in the tent. It is absolutely freezing. I've got my 800 fill down jacket, I've got me down pants, I've got me down booties on with me big thick woolly socks and me toe socks underneath as well. I've got me fingerless gloves on, me woolly ass, I've got me little thin fleece hoodie underneath, and I'm still freezing. It is snowing outside and I'm just trying to get warm. So I'm gonna, what are you doing? We've got internet on and off, so I'm having a little listen to the match, see if I can listen to my team, hopefully not get relegated, and gonna have a bit of a warm. This little dog just wants lots of attention right now, so I'm gonna give her some cuddles, and I'll see you in a bit. I'll show you what it's like outside, and we'll undoubtedly make a little something to eat in a bit. And oh, and I mean dry January where doesn't count when you're in the snow, so I've got lovely Aldi French vanilla vodka. That's really nice, so I'll have a little bit of that, not too much, although we're not going anywhere regardless. We're safe. I've got snow stakes in, I've got delta pegs in, I've got normal pegs in, I am double poled, which works really well. I'll tell you about the double poling later on, because I did it myself, kind of, if that makes sense, making the second set of poles. It cost me about 30 quid, as opposed to, God, probably over £100 off Raven. But anyway, for now, I'm going to get her warm. Here she is, here she is. Get away with your mongrelly looking face. Go on. See you in a bit. Well, it could be -5, 6, 7 outside. Doesn't matter. Cora loves a tummy rub. There she is, all happy. And we are going to find a bit of water to filter. I don't want to take it from there if I can help it, with that dead sheep, because just not okay. So before it gets too dark now, I'm just going to see if there's a stream knocking about somewhere. Oh, show you around a little bit if you can see in the dark. Hang on. There's the tent with my little lights on. Some little Christmas lights just to brighten her up. At least I'll be able to find her. And come here, love. We're heading over this way. Come on, girl. So I'm being bullied by this little dog here to make me tea. So I'm going to get on and make my tea a little bit earlier than I wanted to, because she is pestering me, believe it or not. Aren't you? Hey, aren't you? Look at the camera. Tell everybody. Come on, tell them what you're doing. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of cooking now. Now, last time I used this, it flared up, and I got a lot of good advice from people, and it was because I had the can inverted, which I didn't even realise I'd done, to be honest. So yeah, good advice. Tuscan stew. Something to mention, I've got a wayfarer meal, which is one that you can eat cold. You don't have to hydrate it, or you can warm it up. And I carry it as an emergency ration, really. And I carry this little bag, sit, which is a little hot pack. And it's got an element in it, and you basically use the element, sit, to cook the food. Really useful, I think. Right, let's use this filtered water then. These are great, these pure clear water purifiers, because the cold doesn't affect them. Plus, of course, they remove lots of nasties like viruses that the likes of the Catadine that I used to use don't. The sacrifices it's a little bit slower, but not bad, to be honest. It's a massive advantage in the winter though that you can freeze these. They're just not damaged by the cold. In fact, I'm told that you can, if you store them, it's best to put them in a fridge or even a freezer. Right there, look. You must be starving. Oh. Pestering me a bit here. She's had her dinner. Possibly the cold and the exercise has made her a bit more hungry. Always remove your little oxygen absorber. Shake. There we are, all ready for the water. And that is gonna go between my feet to keep my feet warm. And I'll speak to you very soon. Right then, it's done and Cora is ready for it. But just want to show you this portable chili. Big shout out to Nikki at Jubilee Medical Centre, who I work with, who got me this in the Secret Santa as part of my present with the power bank that I'm currently charging my phone with. Thank you very much. This chili, I'm about to use it. Cheers. Right, we're gonna sorry about the light. I'm gonna have my food. I'm gonna share it with Cora. She likes a bit of chili, so we're all right. And I'll catch up with you in a bit. As yet, it's not snowing. There's no frozen rain coming down as forecast, but the night is young. It's only about 6 o'clock. I'll keep you up to date if the weather changes, and see you when I've had my tea. Morning. Sounds windy out, but I haven't put my head out. I don't know what the weather's like, so let's have a little look, eh? Oh. Right. It's could be a lot worse, I think. It's a little bit dark out there to show you properly. I don't know if it's come through on the camera, but there's a lot of snow falling, but not as much as I feared, I think, just from popping my head out. But it's still snowing. It's 5:45 or 5:55 in the morning, and as soon as it's light we'll be packing up and carefully making our way down. Wind's got up as well, a lot of wind, and a little bit of, actually a fair bit of condensation on the fly sheet, a little bit of it sort of dripping onto the inner tent, but it's not too bad. It's probably better than I've had at the solo, and a bit more space as well, so that's been good. It's really got windy though now, so see you in a bit anyway. Come here. It's freezing, absolutely freezing cold. Gonna get the tent down and make our way down. Cora's covered in wax, so hopefully she won't snowball. Here's the tent, and here's the view. I'm gonna have to crack on. Right, that's us done. It's more like sort of raining ice, really hurts the eye, so I've got my goggles on, but there we are before it gets covered up, leaving no trace. And we're gonna head back now, so why don't you come with us? Just had to make our way through a drift. Poor Cora, it was knee deep, but we got through, and the wax seems to be helping her coat as well, but it's rough up here and I can't wait to get down. Shit. Let's see how deep it is. You can see my pole. So probably about a foot, 2 foot. She doesn't like the look of that gate. What's the matter? Is the gate trying to get you? Go on then. Go on then. There's nothing there. Here, Great Wally. Wait for me. Whoa, that's deep. Well, unfortunately Cora's getting a bit of snowballing on her feet, and I'm stopping periodically to get it off, get it loose, and it's coming off, and I think the mushy wax has helped loosen it, but I'm decided she definitely needs to get some little shoes for the snow, because her particular coat, it tends to snowball. Tried the wax, so boots it is, or she can stay at home, but I think the boots will be alright for her. You alright, Cora? Come on then, let's go. Well, we are back in Ambleside, or just about anyway, and what a trip. No snow yesterday until we got quite high up, but this morning everywhere, listening on the radio, airports closed, roads closed, all kinds of chaos, but we got down nice and safely. Had a great wild camp. I would say that you need lots of experience to go wild camping in these conditions, and you have to realise there's some risk involved. I was certainly carrying enough equipment, food, etc. to stay up there a couple of nights if I needed to. Didn't need to, and here we are. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, be made up if you'd subscribe, like, comment. Be more than happy if you'd comment. I try and reply to everybody, but for now I'm going to find my car, dig it out if I need to, and go and find somewhere that sells coffee. See you for now.